Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're all about knowledge, and today, well, we're going to be diving into Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses.
Yeah,
They've been generating a lot of buzz, and
they have.
Black Friday is right around the corner.
It is,
Christmas
yeah.
is coming up, so we thought this was the perfect time to take a look and see if they're worth the hype.
Yeah, it's a great time. And what we're going to be looking at today is a couple of things. One, we've got some Amazon product listings,
Okay.
so we can see just how popular these are. And we've also got a long-term user review from 6 months later on YouTube, so we can see what it's like to actually live with these for an extended period of time. So it's a great mix of sources to help you make a decision.
Awesome. So first up, Amazon. What are we seeing?
So I think the first thing that jumps out is just how many people are buying these. These glasses are consistently rated 4 stars or higher.
Wow.
And the Wayfarer style seems to be a real crowd pleaser.
Okay, cool. And speaking of crowds, Black Friday deals.
Yeah,
Got to be a big factor for anyone considering these.
absolutely. Black Friday might be the time. If you've been kind of on the fence, maybe thinking about it,
Yeah.
now's the time to pull the trigger. And, while the Wayfarer style is popular,
Uh-huh.
it's worth noting that Ray-Ban offers a few other styles like the Headliner for those who prefer a different look.
Cool. So, okay, they're popular. We can get
Yeah.
some deals.
Hmm.
But do they actually look good?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like nobody wants to walk around looking like they've got a computer strapped to their face.
And that's where the clever design comes in. So our YouTube reviewer said in 6 months of wearing these, only one person actually realized they were smart glasses.
Oh, wow.
They just look like regular Ray-Bans.
Oh, cool.
And to make them even more personal, you can get prescription lenses or even transition lenses,
Okay.
though that will add a bit to the cost.
Yeah, I would imagine. But okay, so blending in, you're not looking all, techie, but you've still got the tech there.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get to the good stuff. What kind of tech are we talking about?
Okay, so these have a built-in camera,
Okay.
open your speakers, which we'll explain in a minute, and they're powered by the Meta AI. It's like having a mini assistant with you wherever you go.
Okay.
You can snap photos, listen to music,
Wait a minute.
make calls, even ask it questions.
Hold on, listen to music through sunglasses. How does that even work?
So they have these tiny open ear speakers, one on each side.
Okay.
And the reviewer was actually really impressed with the sound quality. He said it might even be good enough to replace your earbuds for casual listening.
Wow.
And he actually found this cool trick that he could seamlessly switch his music from playing in his car to playing through the glasses with a single tap.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty seamless integration. And, of course, for making calls, a good mic is essential.
Yeah, absolutely. So what about this AI? Everyone's talking about AI these days, but what can you actually do with the Meta AI on these glasses?
So the reviewer broke it down into two main functions: task-oriented features and general conversations.
Okay.
So the task-oriented side is kind of like voice-activated shortcuts for your phone. So things like making calls, taking pictures, sending texts,
This is a
controlling
review
your
of the
music, all that stuff you do on your phone, but hands-free.
That's super handy,
Yeah,
especially when you're out and about, you've got your hands full.
exactly.
So what about the general conversation side of things? Like, is it like I have an AI friend, like in the movies?
Well, his experience was a bit more mixed, so it can be helpful for basic questions if you need to look something up really quick.
Yeah.
But he found that for more complex topics, it wasn't quite there yet.
Okay.
So, for example, he tried using it to identify songs.
Uh-huh.
Didn't really work that well.
Okay. So not for the music buffs out there,
Yeah.
but it's still pretty cool that they can do all that. And it's not just shading your eyes. And he mentioned some proactive features too, right?
Yeah. So one cool example is this media quality check.
Okay.
So for your photos, it'll tell you if the photo is blurry or if someone's face is covered.
Oh, that's yeah.
Just a nice little touch.
Especially if you're trying to get those Christmas photos.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered looks and brains.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, I think the camera is make or break for smart glasses. What's the verdict on these?
Yeah. So the camera is 12 megapixels.
Okay.
Not going to be, competing with the latest smartphone cameras.
Sure.
But the reviewer was happy with the quality. He said the colors were good and the HDR was well balanced.
Cool.
But what he really emphasized was the unique perspective.
Wow.
You're literally capturing life from your point of view.
Right. And he even had that great story about being out kayaking and being able to just capture this spontaneous moment of his brother finding a shrimp in the boat.
Oh, yeah.
And, imagine trying to pull out your phone to get that shot. You'd probably miss the whole thing.
Exactly.
But sometimes those candid moments are the best, and you can capture them without missing a beat with these.
Totally.
I'm guessing there's some limitations with the camera, though, right?
Yeah. So videos are capped at 3 minutes.
Okay.
The aspect ratio is fixed in portrait mode, and there's a slight delay between when you press the capture button and when the photo is actually taken.
So if you're trying to shoot a movie with these,
Probably not the best.
yeah, probably not. But speaking of limitations, let's talk about the one that we all worry about with these devices, battery life. How bad is it?
So they claim it's 4 hours on a single charge,
Okay.
and that bumps up to 36 hours if you use the charging case.
Okay.
And the reviewer confirmed that that seemed to be pretty accurate in his experience.
Yeah.
He did say he wished it was longer, though.
I think we can all relate to that nobody wants to be tethered to a charger, especially when they're out and about,
Yeah.
especially Black Friday shopping.
Especially Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, exactly.
On the plus side, though, they do recharge pretty quickly.
Okay.
You can get about 30 to 40% back in just 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that the reviewer wasn't totally sold on every feature. What were some of the things that kind of fell short for him?
Yeah, so he mentioned that the deep conversations with the AI weren't really as engaging as he'd hoped. Plus, it struggled to identify songs, and he had some issues with Apple Music integration. And then he also didn't use the direct sharing features to social media all that much.
Okay, so maybe not for the social media influencers.
Yeah, or aspiring AI conversationalists.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of positives.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. What are the downsides? What should people be aware of before they hit add to cart?
Yeah, so, I mean, the AI limitations keep coming up, right? And they are worth considering.
Yeah.
So there's the potential for inaccurate information, the inability to reply to text directly through the glasses, and that limited Apple Music integration we talked about.
Yeah.
Battery life is also something to keep in mind, especially for long days out.
Sure.
And then a few minor things, like slight camera delay. And he said his ears got a little sore after wearing them for a long time.
Okay. So, they're not perfect,
Right.
but what tech is.
What tech is.
But with Black Friday right around the corner and Christmas just a few weeks away, are they worth it?
So here's the thing. The reviewer was actually surprised by how much he enjoyed these.
Yeah.
He went in kind of expecting them to be more of a gimmick
Yeah.
and ended up using them way more than he thought he would.
So not just a flashy tech toy, but something that you could actually use.
Yeah. And his recommendation was actually really practical. He said, if you're already thinking about spending like $200 on a pair of designer sunglasses,
Yeah.
these are like an upgrade for an extra 100.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, you're getting the style, the tech, the fun factor, all for about the same price as a high-end pair of sunglasses.
That's tempting,
Yeah.
especially with those Black Friday deals coming up.
Yeah. And he said if you're trying to decide between the sunglass version and the transition lenses, think about how much you value noise cancellation,
Okay.
because the sunglass version might block out more sound.
Makes sense.
And then if you're planning on relying heavily on the AI reachers, maybe factor that into your decision too.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this first part. These glasses are clearly popular.
Yeah,
They've got style, they're packed with tech, and it could be a real steal with those Black Friday deals.
for sure.
But they're not without their quirks.
Not without their quirks. We are still in the early stages
Yeah.
of smart glasses, and it's really exciting to see what companies like Ray-Ban and Meta are doing.
So as we take a quick pause, here's something to think about.
Mm.
Could these be the gateway to a future where smart glasses are as common as smartphones?
I like that.